Alright, so hello and welcome to Blackrock Mountain Heroic, or at least just Blackrock Mountain in general, because the decks I use for Heroic just sort of work hand in hand for or just casual. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I think it's just casual. Anyways, here's something in the background. It's my laundry machine. Just try and fucking disregard it. I can't touch it to make it be less quiet, so fuck it. I'll just try and talk louder, which I don't know if that helps or not. Anyways, so for the Grim Guzzler, his Hero Power, pile on 2 minions, you get 1. It's not really that big of a deal. I used my anti-Grim Guzzler, which you can't see from going there, so that doesn't fucking help at all. But anyways, so anti-Grim Guzzler, it's just really crappy Freeze Mage with big guys. I used a lot of the Naxxramas stuff because Stalag, Fugan, you get Thaddeus. Thaddeus kills like 3 big guys if you want it to. Kel'Thuzad just brings shit back, which is hilarious to actually watch because it just sort of brings it back. So, anyways, this is the deck list. I'm just gonna move on to fucking the thing that should be on the screen right now, which is gameplay. There you go, and it's gonna be sped up. So it's basically just showing you how I won. But anyways, Maxna, probably one of the best things because it's a 2-for-1. KT, Kel'Thuzad, it's great because, you know, you get all your shit back. Fugan, Stalag, great because everything pops the fuck back up. And I put in some Mirror Entities because, fuck it, why not, you know? And Frost Bolts and shit like that to, you know, to freeze them. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? And I use Sludge Belcher so in that way, if it gets brought up, then all my shit would survive because it'd have to go through Sludge Belcher in order to hit anything of mine, and then it would reduce their HP, which would automatically help me, obviously. So there you go. Anyways, so that should be that, and enjoy watching this until the fucking gameplay's over for a second. Alright, so next up we have Dark Iron Arena, the Jeering Crowd, which really doesn't do anything. It just sort of, well, I mean, like, it kind of helps you in a way, because it's just a 1-1 Spectre Baton, and it's on autocast, so, like, he has to play that, and you get, like, a 1-1. If you fill his board with 1-1s, it helps a lot, but really and truly, the way you beat him, like, the Jeering Crowd really doesn't matter, so screw it. Anyways, let's go back, go to my collection, and anti-arena. I'd say beating the arena is actually really sort of meh. I mean, like, it's kind of annoying because you have to, like, keep conceding to he throws out Lore Walker Cho, which is kind of how you beat him, which just, like, this is the deck list, nothing really special. Don't really need Cold Light Oracles, I just did that to speed up the game. Your enemies were just fun because he'd throw out legendaries and you get legendaries, so you could use the legendaries against legendaries, especially if you use the Sylvanas, because then you just steal another legendary. Or some other shit happens, you know, and then you use a lot of Ice Lances. There's a lot of Freeze Mage. I feel like that's going to be one of the main decks in Blackrock Mountain, is just Freeze Mage, because there's going to be a lot of shit happening, so you might want to just build those Ice Lances, because they're going to be useful. Basically, just put in some HP, blah blah blah. So off to gameplay or something. Fade to stuff. Anyways, or that's already happening. Fuck it. Speedy Gonzalez, you know the drill. Just threw an Arcane Intellect to try and draw into where is it? The Arcane Intellects and the Frost Novas, not the Arcane Intellects. I don't draw Arcane Intellects into Arcane Intellects. Anyways. So what you do is he plays Lore Walker Cho, hopefully he plays Nat Nagel, and then you just sort of mill him out by, like, Frost Nova-ing back and forth, because once his board is full, he has to play something, so he ends up playing Frost Nova, because you gave him Frost Nova because of Warwalker Cho, because he doesn't have any other spells or removal or anything like that, it's just legendaries. So basically he just sort of back and forth with the Frost Nova, but you know, make sure you understand how many cards in his deck, like always Frost Nova at the beginning of your turn, because, and like make sure he didn't draw anything, so that way he, like, if he has 10 cards, basically like make sure he has 9 cards at the end of the turn, which he should, because he should have 10 with the Frost Nova and then remove it, so he'd have 9. But you know, like if you use another spell and then you use Frost Nova, then he wouldn't get Frost Nova, and then he'd get whatever spell you used first, which is obviously not useful. So always play Frost Nova first. I had a big scare the first time I beat him, because I was like, oh shit, but then I drew in my second one, so I was like, oh, okay, I'm alright. But that's about that. I threw in some heals, fireball, and stuff like that. It's just meant to kill him, and yeah, so this game might actually take a while, because sadly my Frost Novas were at literally the bottom of my deck. So, you know, Coldlight Oracle actually did help in that scenario, but probably for you they won't be on the bottom of your deck. That's kind of like a... well, it's just kind of shitty for you. Anyways, I use Leopard Gnomes and Clockwork Gnomes just as something to ping, so if my board is full and like I need to play something out of my hands, and that way I can draw cards into my Frost Nova, I can just ping my Leopard Gnome. It does 2 damage to him as opposed to like 1 damage with just the ping. And then I get a free spot, I can draw, blah blah blah, it makes sense, right? And you can just substitute that with whatever you really want. Doesn't really matter. Mirror Entity, like I already said, was just fun. You don't actually have to craft it. Ice Lance is pretty much the only thing you actually have to craft so far. Yeah, that's pretty much that, so enjoy the thing till it's over. So yeah, have fun with that. Alright, so next up we have Emperor Thorician, or Thoris. Fuck his whatever. So, Hero Power does 30 damage, blah 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 blah, which is actually, you know, not okay when it's at 2 mana, which is kind of ridiculous. But instead, you have Moira Bronzebeard, I think it's 100% sure on that. But anyways, keeping her alive when his husband is trying to protect her yet is killing her doesn't really help you in any case or scenario. And like, you actually have to have at least a little bit of skill and like a lot of luck to beat Emperor Thorician, as opposed to like Dark Iron Ria, where it's just kind of like luck and you just sort of spam the thing and it just sort of ends up working for you, whereas Emperor Thorician you actually have to like figure shit out, which does not help at all, which, you know, when you're trying to, you know, just beat the shit as fast as possible, when you go through your entire deck, like I did with my Paladin deck, which is basically just heal the shit out of your face. Because you can't kill Moira or else you die, but then you take 3 damage every turn, and 3 damage every turn is not okay. So I have Holy Lights, Anti-Kill Bots, Guardian of Kings, Earthring Farseers, I don't really know what else is in here that heals you, and I have a boat ton of silences, which is just actually 4 silences, but yeah. I also have Clockwork Gnome and Mechanical Yeti. These can be substituted in and out with Crazed Alchemist, which works a lot better, actually, I'd say, because, well, actually, I'd keep Clockwork Gnome in. I'd take Mechanical Yeti out for Crazed Alchemist, because Mechanical Yeti's A little too late when he plays Abomination on turn 5, and you can't really kill Abomination, or have your Mechanical Yeti die before Abomination pops, and then it just goes, Myra, and you die! But Clockwork Gnome, you can get the reversal switch, and plus it's just a 1-drop that trades into his Flame Imps and all that crazy shit. That's also why Shield and Mini-Bot's in here. Muster for Battle doesn't really matter, and yeah, so fucking, alright, I also have True Silvers, which is just a good card anyways. Blessing of Kings actually was really useful. Put those in. That shit was good. Anything past that, basically to beat this entire game is just like anti-kill bots and like Ice Lance and silences so far have been like the first wing. So you have like maybe 200 crafting dust, you can make all that. So it's not too hard to do that, especially since you have to pay 700 or at least just buy the stuff. So if you're using real money and you just started the game, then maybe you shouldn't have done that. But well, you do have your arena run if you did just start. So have fun with that, I guess. That's pretty much that. And yeah, so see you to the end of the video of how I kill him, which is actually a really close call. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.